It's holiday time again, and that means the kids and grandkids will probably be coming around soon or may already be there. And you'll soon be asked to take some pictures. You can improve your pictures by taking control of a few lighting and camera techniques. And you might want to think about having a few hats on hand so that when you look at the pictures later, you'll know which holiday you were taking pictures of. How about a pilgrim's hat, a Santa stocking, bunny ears, or a hat with fireworks streamers? That will define the holiday. Now, let's look at lighting. When you have kids and grandkids outdoors, you probably will be thinking there is one lighting source, the sun. That's true, but the sun is so bright, it's everywhere. And even when it isn't directly in front of you or behind you, the light is bouncing off the reflecting surfaces nearby. In the mid-morning or mid-afternoon, there is direct light from the sun and indirect light reflected from the side and background. This is why the kids' faces are so well illuminated without any dark shadows. When the sun is directly overhead, however, you get long shadows under the kids' eyes and under their chin. You can avoid these shadows by using fill lights. One popular fill light is the flash that comes with the camera. In the language of the photographer, the sun is the key light and the flash is the fill light. Fill lighting is of such importance that many professional photographers always use their flash even when they are outdoors. Sometimes an accent light or an accent reflector will be used to favor a specific point of interest in a photo, like someone's hair color. As for the background, usually the sun provides so much light that the background isn't even given a thought, especially when you're out of doors. Bringing these concepts indoors, you'll get better pictures of the kids and the grandkids if you balance the key light, the fill light, the accent light, and the background light. The primary light, called the key light, is positioned like the mid-morning sun, slightly above you and to the side of your shoulder. This lighting favors the dominant side of the face. The other side then is in a shadow, which can be so dark it may not even be visible. It's the fill light to the rescue. Just as outdoors you would use the flash as a fill light, usually indoors the flash is too strong. Ideally, the fill light should be about half as bright as the key light. If you don't happen to have an extra light, you can even use a reflector to bounce back the key light. An inexpensive reflector is a piece of foam core board that you can get in an artist supply store. Because the key and fill lights are required, the accent light is often overlooked, and that's a mistake. A typical use, as we mentioned, for accent light is to make hair color shine. So when setting up a photo of the kids indoors, think about how the key light, the fill light, and the accent light are working together to make the kids look better. Because all this foreground light is so prominent, sometimes we forget to think about lighting the background. Keep in mind that if the background light is too strong, the kids will begin to appear in silhouette. You can tell this is happening when the face begins to disappear into shadows. Reducing or turning off the background light will increase focus on the face. Just because you have the light set up correctly doesn't automatically mean you'll be producing a great photograph. The next step is to make sure the camera captures natural skin color. If the skin color doesn't look right, try this. Put a piece of white paper in front of the camera. Does it look white? If not, you'll want to adjust the white balance setting of the camera. The hard way to do this is to take the white balance off of automatic and choose manual. Then point the camera at the white paper and choose set white balance. This will change the camera setting to match the color of the light in the room. Now, are the foreground and background both in focus? If so, you might want to think about opening up the aperture. Try to keep the aperture as wide open as possible, unless you are photographing kids both near to the camera and farther back. Then check the focus. To do this, zoom all the way in on the kids until you can see their eyebrows. Then make sure the picture is in focus. Keep in mind that if the picture is in focus when fully zoomed in, then it will remain in focus for any other zoom setting. Now, click away, keeping in mind the checklist for taking great pictures of the kids and the grandkids. For lighting, your checklist should include the key light. It is higher than the camera and coming from over your shoulder. The fill light. Does it eliminate any dark shadows? The accent light. Does the hair color, well, not in my case, does the hair color glow with color? And the background light. Can you see the background without allowing it to darken the face into a silhouette? For the camera, check the white balance. Is skin color natural? Check the aperture. Is it as wide open as possible? Check the zoom. Is the shot framed to include only the kids and family without the distraction of the television set? And finally, the focus. Is the picture a blur? Try not to have to tell people your life is a blur and you have the pictures to prove it. Well, then this is fun. Enjoy yourself and have a good time. If you do so, it will show in your pictures.